And the perfect person to ask is Bob Macedonia. He is the attorney for Asa Ellerup, Rex Heuermann's wife of 27 years. He was in court with Asa today. Thank you so much, Bob, for coming back on the program. It's good to see you again. So can you sort that out for me? It seemed very odd. I really don't understand what's happening between these two.
Well, I can assure you, Asa was not smiling during the court proceedings. There's nothing to smile about. This is certainly nothing funny. She takes these allegations extremely serious. She did make eye contact with Rex for a very small period of time, probably less than 5 seconds. If there was any facial expression, it's out of nervousness. This is the first time she's ever been in a criminal courthouse, whether it be for Rex or for anybody else. Again, nothing comical about it. There was not a prolonged smile on her face. I sat right next to her. She didn't leave my side the entire day.
Yeah, so fair enough.
Nothing funny about it.
I'm not sure that our producer who witnessed this thought that she was smiling at the proceedings or thought anything was funny. I think the impression that our producer got was that she was very much smiling at her husband, making the eye contact, and that it seemed like a good connection between them. But, you know, many of us can't understand how a wife, what would go through a wife's mind when your husband of 27 years is arrested with just really damning evidence as the Gilgo Beach serial killer. That's why I'm trying to figure out that the smile, are they good?
Well, first of all, the first time she saw him was last week, and we keep repeating really damning evidence. The only thing that we have, meaning we, you, me, and the entire world population, is what the prosecution has put out in press statements. The defense has said little to nothing. So she's at the point now where she would like to see for herself and hear for herself what are the allegations against her husband. Nobody wants to believe that their spouse, that they laid next to in bed for the 27 years, is capable of these kind of heinous crimes. From the day that he was arrested, she has been told, she brought to the police, command center, your husband did this. You were here. He killed this person, put her there. And she's been processing that, trying to recreate 10, 15 years ago where she was and what happened, which is impossible. So she needs to see and hear it for herself, which I think many of us would have to try to believe our spouse is capable of this kind of heinous crime. She sympathizes for the victims. They certainly didn't deserve to die this way. But again, to think that she slept next to and lived with a murderer, a serial killer, she needs to process that on her own, not believe what everybody else is telling her.
Fair enough. I would have it myself, and we're different. I would have a tough time giving a big smile. I would just be very stone-faced, I think, until I saw
I can assure you there was no big smile, and certainly there's nothing to laugh at. She takes it serious.
Yeah.
And there was no, if anything, it might have been a nervous reaction or facial expression. There's no smile.
Okay, that's fair enough. Let's talk about the documentary crews. We're all fascinated about the truck that arrived and loaded in all the camera equipment. And then at court today, the documentary crew was in tow. Tell me about what's going on.
I can't comment on any of that because I'm not at liberty to discuss any of that, so I honestly don't know.
You didn't work with her? I mean, I would think she would seek counsel before engaging with any kind of documentary crew, right?
I'm not at liberty to discuss any of that, what's going on with that. She was there to see the proceedings for herself, and that's why she went with me.
All right, fair to say. So the other quick question is, and it's a tough one, there have been some allegations by the police commissioner, by Attorney John Ray, that Asa had some knowledge about the sex workers, was somehow actively involved. These are pretty rough allegations. Just want to get your thoughts on that.
My thought on that, and then she spent a good time, listening to John Ray and his press conferences and also the numerous podcasts that spun off from that. John Ray has spent the past 12 years, and Rex Heuermann is the third individual he's accused of being involved in the homicide of his client. He first accused businessman Jimmy Bissett. Then he went on to former police chief James Burke. Now that there's been an arrest of Rex Heuermann, he now wants to have Rex Heuermann tied to these. John Ray is looking for a civil defendant to attach to his client so he could recoup some of the tens of thousands of dollars he spent out of his pocket. Asa Ellerup is not involved in this, was not involved in this, is not a suspect. The DA's office has emphatically stated at their numerous press conferences and bail applications, she was not in the jurisdiction when these crimes took place. She is not a suspect. She was out of the country, either in Iceland or out of New York State when the alleged homicides took place. So even, hypothetically speaking, she knew about sex workers, She's not alleged to have been involved in knowing about any of the homicides. It's two different factions.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, she didn't know about sex workers. There was no sex workers at the house when she was there. It's just John Ray, a figment of his imagination, creating stuff to, honestly, the press gives him more attention than he deserves.
Well, Bob, you are a good advocate for your client, and I'm very appreciative of you being on with me tonight. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.